Hey, before this video gets started, I'd like to ask you to do me a favor. If you find yourself watching this video, and obviously you have because you can hear this, if you decide for whatever reason to nope out of this video before it finishes, and I mean like well before it finishes, like before the halfway mark or at any point, like you decide like to leave before it's done, do me this favor and leave a comment down below explaining exactly why you're leaving. If it's my voice, if it's the audio, like the audio quality, if it's the co-host voice, if the video is just boring, doesn't matter what it is. Like even if it's like, well, I suddenly had to poop and I had to leave. Like doesn't matter what it is, just tell me what it is down below because I'm trying to boost audience retention. And I feel the only way to really do that is by having the audience tell me what's making them lose retention. So enjoy the show. Okay. Been a while since I've recorded, and I'm recording on a tight time schedule at this point. Because people are coming. Things have happened. Things have happened that have not been awesome. And I'm just trying to work my way back into a normal rhythm of living regular everyday life. You ever lose something? Like lose something and like in your spirit, you know it's probably near where you were sitting or standing or whatever. But it's been so long since you needed to use it that the idea of trying to find it was just out of the question. Just 100% out of the question. Like, yeah, I ain't finna find it. Like, and you just get to the point where you're just like, I'm not even gonna try to like keep looking for it. Cause I know like the amount of time it would take for you to find it would just be grotesque. Like you're just like, no, I'm not putting in the effort to try to find this thing. Oh man, I got a lot of things going at once. I'm trying to record, and then Cedric said he'll be here like 8 something. So I'm trying to get like at least 2 episodes done. Like cause I'm ahead by like a week, by like a week, and I want to stay that way. Cause I don't know what I'm gonna play after this game. I don't know what I'm gonna play after this. So I need time to figure out what it is I'm gonna do.
Let's head downtown and confront Cammy once and for all.
I done spent. Yeah, I'm trying to stay. No, because like I'm trying to stay ahead at least, like if not a week and a half, a full 2 weeks, because stuff happens, and like having a bunch of videos in the can that I ain't got to worry about is relieving. Not that it matters, because I'm on one, no one's watching, and 2, I'm gonna like scale back to 1 video a day. For now, because there's stuff happening. But yeah, he said they'll be here around 8 something, and man, I can't stress to you enough. My brother's ability to like measure time is ungood.
Hey.
It is indeed not most good. Oh man, yeah, today has been. I have been doing stuff all day. Like all day. I had to get the like I had to get the what you call it? I had to get the living room straightened out so when they showed up it wouldn't be all, you know, I didn't have to do it then. I've been trying to like get rid of stuff in the house that you know needed to go in the trash, stuff that just wasn't worth keeping.
Much better.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna let it pass. I got to, cause they brought the trash can back
Stay
up.
away.
Like they did though. Come on, they took it out there and without asking, and then they brought it back. I was like, all right, I got no beef. Like I got. Yeah, I know that, but the dog wouldn't like would be doing it out of obligation, not out of like, you know. I don't know, man. I want to find the world we live in is a nightmare, and I just want to find like a little bit of something nice. Like that's. Yeah, hey man, like I didn't say it was gonna be easy. I just said I was gonna do it. And if y'all are like, man, this is a one-sided conversation. Yeah, it is a one-sided conversation. You're probably not even here. It's fine. Like, watch the turtle beat up the things. You're fine. You're good. Shoot though. I'm not tired, so you know I got that going for me. But when I tell you, oh, so man, let me tell you, man. So first off, yeah, that Vince McMahon thing. Like you asked the last time, was I starting to feel like sympathy or anything for him? No. Oh, here's the thing. I don't know what anyone else would, how anyone else would answer that. Yeah, I'm over here like I have to say, like, I'm not against him, but I'm sure not with him. Like Stephanie has a different experience with Vince because she said that's, you know, to her, that's daddy. And she didn't buck the system as much as Shane did. Shane, like when they ask people, like, you know, no, Vince McMahon he says Vince McMahon is Mr. McMahon is just a character I play on TV. Vince McMahon is who I really am, and the two are nothing alike. When I tell you, I think there was one person who was like, yeah, they're nothing alike. Tony Atlas was like, that's the same person. Even Hulk Hogan was like, no, Vince McMahon and Mr. McMahon, yeah, that's just the same guy. and I was like, and now mind you, the question is like, when you think of Mr. McMahon, what do you think of? Do you think of the dude who was gonna like crucify his own daughter? Do you think of the guy who started the KMA club? Like, you know what I mean? What do you think of when you think of Mr. McMahon? Because I definitely think of just this gruff voiced man yelling at me. And some people are like, nah, that is how he gets down. His argument was, I'm just very passionate about my business.
0 out of 10 would not.
And he's like, and sometimes that, you know, translates differently. And I'm over here like, I want to tell you that I understand that, but I am going to also tell you that, like, you can only get that far in life when you don't let people tell you no. It's like, you got to have, and like, cause like they were talking about the, oh, this is really annoying. They were talking about the thing with him and Trish Stratus when she played his girlfriend in front of his wife, Linda. Linda didn't seem to mind. Like, she genuinely did not seem to be all that bothered by it. She looked at it like it's a play. It's not real. But, and that was the thing that like made me ask you the question I asked you. Sable is definitely not like Trish Stratus. Like, she's not. Trish Stratus was definitely on some I'm hot, I know it, you know it. Let's make this money based on me being super duper hot and everybody wanting to touch my naughty no-no zone. And I'm like, yeah.
Yay!
And when they, you know, show the crowd for Raw back in the day, I'm not gonna sit here and say like, you know, what they were doing was totally justifiable. Now, a lot of what they did, like, definitely, how would I word this? I forgot who I might have been talking to you. I was saying that there's like this thing about, like, there's this cat I watch on YouTube named Al Jokes. Y'all should check him out. He doesn't, well, you're probably kids watching this, but yeah, check him out anyway. Man, look, I'm just being nice. Like, I like the guy. I'm already watching his content, so I've always done that, man. Like, because I'm paying these people. Some of these people I've given real life money to. But like, I think about like, he makes a lot of like racist jokes. They're not directly racist, and sometimes he makes a lot of jokes that are crud. Sometimes he makes jokes at his own expense, calling himself gay or whatever else.
That's not how it happened.
And I was like, okay, that's kind of cool that you cut the, you kind of like break the middle ground. But I'm just thinking, do you understand that like you're making some of these jokes about race and whatnot, but some of the people might not be like, we understand that it's satire, that you're making fun of certain people. There might really be people who only like that side of your commentary, like that side of your comedy. And that's all they care about. And so like, I think to like shows like even Family Guy, the way they treat Meg, it's a bit, like it's a cartoon. You shouldn't take it seriously. Like an adult wouldn't take it seriously. They know it's a bit. They know it's a gag. But kids, especially like young teenagers, they're impressionable. It's the same thing. Yeah, but like but with adults, like we can make them take responsibility. With children, it's like you presented a kid with something that seemed fun and I understand that. Like there is like, I understand that, but like again, I'm not speaking from like what we would call common sense. I'm speaking from the like standpoint of a business. Like just straight up, like from a business standpoint, they still look at like the lawsuit is problematic. Like even if we get found not guilty, like it's like with certain situations, you're guilty. It doesn't matter. You got accused. That's all we needed. Like we knew you were terrible. Like we knew you were bad. Like so like and that's all it is. And that's kind of how it was with wrestling for a real long time. Like for the people who already didn't think it was like real entertainment, like once the allegations of, the way they treated women like got out, it was just fuel to the fire. And I felt like, yeah, when you add women like Sable, who I will continuously forget is married to Brock Lesnar. She might not be, but during the documentary, like they still like had her last name listed as lesbian. Yeah, but I'm not saying that they are. I'm just telling you what I saw. So yeah, wow, I am having a bad one. Some health would be great here. Like yeah, and they showed the crowd, and the crowd was definitely just like it was like packed with young men. Which again, how'd y'all get here? Y'all don't have money. Someone had to be like, oh yeah, wrestling. Like, I'm gonna take my boy to the wrestling show. Like, yeah, let's be real. Because at that time, I think that was who was really into wrestling. It's a Southern tradition. There we go. Right. I realize it's a stereotype, but I'm gonna roll with the stereotype. And so, like, yeah, you take like I don't know like how you would see it, because like even Shawn Michaels said that like in retrospect, now that he said at the time I didn't think there was anything wrong with how we did what we did, but he said now that I have a daughter, I don't like the way some of the stuff that we got down with. And I was like, well, yeah, that's growth. That is the epitome of growth. When I tell you, like mind you, they highlighted some of the worst of the worst. They said like they would like degrade women a lot in WWF. Like they did. They degraded women a bunch. And I think that was like making them undress and like just talking to them like all sideways, like that kind of stuff. Like they were treated like they were less than because they were women. And again, like the documentary goes out of its way to highlight those moments specifically, which mind you, like it's probably a small percentage of the WWEF's programming at the time. But like even we remember like there was a lot of it was like, you know, raunchy, like outstandingly raunchy. Like it was super. And again, as a teenager, I loved it. I thought it was fire. Like, and again, I still think those women are attractive now. Like, yeah. Throw it then. Uh-huh. Nah, I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm gonna give you one. Being the person that I am, I'm a firm believer that we as individuals will always put ourselves aside in the pursuit to get to a higher spot. Like, just think about like all the African American people who backed Mr. Trump. They didn't matter to themselves. Like they didn't matter. Like it was the opportunity to be put in a position where they could make more money and be somebody better than the people that they look down on. That was it. Wasn't nothing else to it. Like, and if they would say like, no,
She'll do it to all of us if we let her. Let's stop
like
this.
I was like, no, don't lie to me. Like you straight up wanted to, you know, you wanted to prove that you was one of the good ones, and that you know that you could be cool with the boy in the big boys club. Like you was Uncle Tom. You know it, I know it, your mama know it. So I feel like, and I'm not like, I know like a lot of people are like, well, you can't blame a woman if she's a victim. Like, first off, yeah, I can. Secondly, I'm not saying you should. In all situations, I'm not saying you should. But I am saying that, like, if you know cocaine is bad for you, you shouldn't go. Like the change. Like, don't nothing change. Because the energy they put into getting drugs, just put that energy into something else. It's like, I realize that at the point they're at, that when they're on drugs, they're not at that, they don't have that capacity, which again, I understand and I respect it, but yeah, it, like, especially the lady who like who accused Vince a couple years ago, like she was getting extra paid.
Wait.
Like, let's not pretend. Let's not pretend like she wasn't. She was getting paid big money. The only thing that changed was the money stopped flowing. Like when we talking about millions of dollars. Yeah.
Guys, we did it.
More than you would have been making. Yeah. Because mind you, that's what, cause like, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. Because she signed a contract that she would get, I think, like $3 million over the course of X number of years. And when the payout wasn't coming, that's when she blew the whistle. Now, mind you, you know, the way the political climate is, we're not allowed to say that, like, well, that's on you. Like, because the same thing happened in the documentary, like, when Vince first got accused of some misconduct. She went on, like, you know, like these daytime talk shows to tell everybody how awful of a person he was. And one dude was just like, why now? It's been years since this happened. Why are you just now feeling the need to say something? And a lot of people say, well, yeah, because at that point, like, it's hard to, you know, take what you're saying. Not to take what you're saying seriously. I'm not saying that it didn't happen. I'm not saying that he didn't put you in a position where it was hard for you to say no. But I am saying no was always on the table. And I feel like we've gotten to a point in...
Behold, the mutant
Look, it's her.
A whole bunch of feral mubies.
Uh-huh. They could have just not. They could have just let me.
Our movement grows.
Only because you poisoned the pizza that was supposed to cure them.
And you seemingly don't want to be doing it.
I don't know
Like,
what you're talking about.
You know, in a sense, it's like, yeah,
Why would anyone want
you're
to
selling
cure
yourself.
this?
That's what it is. Like your integrity
Behold,
was not worth
revolution.
less than the
We're
price tag
finally
you
free
saw
to flash
dangling in
our
front of you.
beautiful hides in
And
the
like
open.
that's, you know,
Now
kind of
it's
the thing that a lot of
humans who are afraid to
you know,
leave their
like
homes.
I won't say activists, but like some black people feel about certain
Yes,
black
there's a bit of a
actors
problem for us.
and like Hollywood in general
Humans
when
are
they
our friends.
request that black males play like a stereotypical
Friends.
role,
People
or they want them
tire
to
of
dress up like a woman.
Today,
It is like, and the
you're a
dudes who
new
do it
puppy.
get
Tomorrow you'll be
lambasted
tangled
by
up
the
with 5
community,
other
saying
canines
like,
on
you know,
dog
you're a
walker's
sellout.
multi-leash.
Like you sold it, you sold us all out for a little bit of money. And I can't stress enough, it honestly
I know
feels
friendship
like
when I feel it.
the majority
It's
of
when your
people
podcast co-host
don't
teases
have
you
a
up
high
for a
enough
joke.
integrity. Whereas you put like, you put 6 figures in front of them, they're probably willing to do
Or
the
you
thing.
hot rod a drone
We've
with a cow.
seen the proof. People will do stupid things for the
When you share a
chance
swim lane and somehow
to
never
go
manage to
viral.
bump into each other.
When you rally a kickball team from certain defeat and rush them out.
I can tell by the look in your eye that you haven't felt friendship, Cammy. And I'm sorry for that.
The look you're seeing is disappointment. You 4 have been over-socialized, domesticated. Crowd, rise up! Destroy these
Everybody clap your hands.
collaborators!
Yeah, because like, and let's remember, I don't remember. I don't remember the girl's name.
Wait,
But you remember a couple years back, there was a female wrestler. You remember the lady who like had like her pants pulled down when she was on the apron, and then there was a, I don't remember. I'd like this was like I think around the time you was staying here. So when I say I don't remember, yeah, no. But like yeah, she was on, and
yay!
the like one of the women who was involved, she remember we was watching Total Divas, and I think she was trying to plan. Yeah, yeah. And I think she.
You fight well.
Yeah, I think she told.
Why not
I think she
join our
discussed it with Natty, and I think Natty ratted her out, and the dude had to go up to her and was like, "Please tell me you were not actively trying," and the game crashed. And it just updated. I had to update it to play it, and the game crashed. Yes,